Hello and welcome to lesson number 22 of Learn to Play Violin with Me, where I play both student and teacher and we learn together. Make sure that your violin is tuned. You're also going to need your shoulder rest, your bow, your rosin, your book, stand, and anything else you need to make sure that this lesson goes smoothly. Let me turn the timer on. 15 minutes, and let's do this. Last time we looked at page number 16 and we were practicing number 47, bow on the D string. We were holding the bow in the early bow hold. So in the previous lessons we've talked about how to hold the bow, so I don't feel like I have to go step by step anymore, but we're going to hold it at the balance point to begin. What I want to do is go over 47, learn 48 in the early bow hold, and then we will officially switch to the regular bow hold where we will be using that from now until we play our first professional orchestral concert together. All right, let's look at number 47. Before we do, we're going to rosin the bow. So if you need to, just do a couple swipes of the rosin. I'm going to hold the rosin in my left hand. I am going to practice my bowing while I apply it. Just a couple passes from frog to tip and back down. Remember, you don't want it to have so much on it that it is covering the violin as you play, but you want to make sure that when you do play, you're making a full solid sound and it's not too harsh sounding. That means you have too much rosin, and it's not thin sounding or maybe not even producing a sound at all or slipping all over the strings. That would be too little rosin. You have to put a little bit more on. All right, so let's look at 47. Remember we learned about down bow and up bow. The down bow symbol is like the square one, and that means that we go from the frog to the tip. We're moving our bow to the right. Then up bow means we're doing the opposite, moving our bow to the left. So we start with a down bow. Okay, we are going to start on the D string. D. Let's try 47 and see what we remember from last time. And you might be still trying to adjust the shoulder, rest, and see what's comfortable for you. If you need to pause the video at any point and get comfortable and readjust, that's totally fine. Here we go. Let's try number 47. 1, 2, ready, play. Down, up, rest, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, rest, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, rest, up, rest, down, up, rest, up, rest. Okay, I think we are supposed to be holding it right here, but it's okay. Whatever was working for you. Just make sure that the scroll is not facing the ground, so you have good posture and you're sitting on the edge of your chair. Let's try that one more time. Don't be afraid to use a lot of the bow to really exaggerate that movement with your wrist. And remember, bowing and getting a clear sound has to do with the rosin amount, but it also has to do with the amount of pressure you apply and the speed that you apply. So if you are applying too much pressure but going too slow, you're really going to get an ugly, harsh sound, like a scratching sound. But if you're going too fast and you don't have enough pressure, it's going to slip and it's going to sound really thin. So just play around with that to get that ultimate combination between the two. Here we go. Let's try 47 one more time. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 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 Did you finish with an up bow? Awesome. Let's look at 48. We are doing pretty much the exact same thing. Yep, the rhythm is exactly the same as 47, but now we are bowing on the A string, which is that third string right there. And make sure that your angle is such that you're not accidentally bowing on multiple strings at a time, which I'm sure will happen. It happens to me as I go, but we just learn as we move along. Let's try 48, bow on the A string. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 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 Okay, how'd it go? Great. All right, let's put our violin down for a moment and let's switch to the regular bow hold. So we are going all the way down here. There we go. Great. And our, let me pause and look something up. Okay, I'm back. So I remembered something that I read about where to place your thumb on the bow. And if you look at the top of page 16 in the yellow box, the thumb placement, your thumb should be right where it curves, right here on the frog. So that's where your thumb should be. So form your bow hold right there. Okay, it's not at the balance point anymore, so you're definitely going to feel one more weight on one side, but we will get used to it. Let's try 47 with the regular bow holds. This is on the D string. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 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 I noticed when I was playing that my bow was kind of sliding a little bit, still in that sweet spot, but it was like not playing in the same spot at the string. So I'm going to try to make as straight of a line as possible, so I'm staying in the same spot. Let's move on to 48. Here we go on the A string. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 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 So I noticed, I don't know if you could hear, there was a little bit of a, it almost sounded like the bow was bouncing. It wasn't a smooth sound. I think that was because I was not bowing fast enough, so I had too much pressure for the amount of speed. So to make sure that it was a smooth, I had to increase the speed a little bit. Let's look at page number 17. Okay, we have string levels at the top. Your arm moves when bowing on different strings. Memorize these guidelines. Raise your arm to play lower pitched strings. Lower your arm to play higher pitched strings. All right, so what that means is the lower pitched strings are the ones on the left if you're looking at this angle of the violin. So whenever you're playing those, you have to raise your arm so that the angle works so that you're hitting those strings. But the higher you go, you have to lower your arm. So that's what that means. Look at 49, raise and lower. Now we're switching between the A string and the D string. We're not yet using our left hand, so we're still doing the open strings, but we are starting to learn how to maneuver the bow and how to adjust our arm so that we are at the right angle to play the string we're supposed to be playing. I am going to try to not just stare at the violin the whole time. I can already feel that habit forming. I need to keep my eyes on the music, so maybe you can practice the same. Let's look at 49. We're starting on the A string. 1, 2, ready, and 1. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, repeat. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. So they had really helpful words there during the measures of rest, to raise your arm and to lower your arm to help you remember the angle that we should be going to play, we should be at to play the different open strings. Let's look at 50, teeter-totter. So now we are only playing 2 notes before we're switching. So they're increasing the speed. Well, I guess they're not increasing the speed, actually. Yes, they are increasing the speed because they only have 2 beats of rest to switch from one string to the next, as opposed to 4 beats in the last piece. Let's look at 50, starting on open A. Check your bow holds. Make sure that your fingers are all where they need to be, that you're creating that oval between the thumb and the second finger, and all that good stuff, that your thumb is back right by the frog. Okay, here we go. Number 50. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Let's try 50 one more time. This time let's try not to, if you were, let's try not to lift the bow off the string at all. So we can practice feeling that angle without lifting the bow off the string in between. Number 50. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Let's look at 51, mirror image. So now we only have 1 beat of rest in between switching the strings. So they are increasing the speed at which, they're decreasing the speed at which we have time in between. So let's try number 51 and see how it goes. 1, 2, ready, and rest, 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 rest. Did you notice that whenever we were on the D string, we were starting with an up bow because we had finished on a down bow? So instead of lifting the bow and moving it to do another down bow for the D string, we just started on the up bow. Let's try that one more time. 51. 1, 2, ready, and rest, 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 rest. So I was trying to not look at the violin, and I was looking at the music, and I heard that the sound started changing. So I glanced down and noticed that my bow had slid all the way up here to the bridge. So that's not good. But we're learning, our brains are doing an incredible amount of stuff all at one time, so we cannot expect perfection by any means. That's why we practice. Let's try it one more time. 51. I'm going to make a conscious effort to try to keep my bow in the same spots the entire time without staring at it. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and rest. Rest, rest, rest. If you heard, I accidentally lifted my arm too much, so I was accidentally playing the G string as well as the D string. So that comes too with practicing, is that we will muscle memory remember exactly what angle so that we don't do what I just did. All right, let's look at bow lift. It says see that it looks like an apostrophe? Lift the bow and return to its starting point. Okay. Okay, so what that means is if you look at 52, go all the way to, notice how the first note starts with a down bow, okay, so at the frog. We finish that line and we finish on a down bow, so we're finishing near the tip. There's a repeat sign, which means we go back to the beginning. Well, the first note that we're going to play starts again at a down bow, which means that we need to get our bow. We finished here with that last D, and the next note we have to play is a down bow. So we have to get it all the way back to the frog so that we can play a second down bow in a row. We haven't done this yet. So they need to have a way to tell us to lift our bow and get it back to its starting point, right, by the frog, so that we can play that note as a down bow on the repeat. Let's just read through 52 one time now that we just talked and it's fresh in our heads, and we can practice that skill, and then we'll pick up with that next time. Let's try 52 starting on the D string. 1, 2, ready, play. Down, up, down, up, A, up, down, up, D, A, D, rest, 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 D, A, D, A, D, rest, rest, rest. So you could hear there are a couple things in there that I need to keep working on. Maybe you had a couple things too that didn't go perfectly, but that is okay. That is why we do what we do. Every expert in anything started out as a beginner, just like us. So we are going to look at that closer next time, and I can't wait to see you then. Bye.